I am the doctor. Well, I am not one, but I can make you one.
Wow.
One piece. Tiny chopper. How bad is that for an intro? The Resin Gremlin is back, and since we're 3D printing this doll, I can mix a custom shade for this one. This one is one of one, never to be ordered anywhere, but you can order other colors in our pre-order below. Since the color will be truly custom, I'm making a custom color mix from the BJD resin from Resin, who is our channel partner. I mainly used bronze, and I had some creams already mixed, left over from making Elise's doll from the previous collab, so I mixed that in to lighten things up. Because my beaker wasn't big enough to contain all of the resin goodness, I poured it back to the bottle and began my resin mixing dance, which is a mandatory part of mixing resin. With the colors blended, I poured the resin into the vat, and I think Alex was amazed by my contraption that lets me get the last drop. I think the color turned out perfect for our little guy.
It's hard to believe, but my sister was once very cute. Hey! So I got inspired by my little baby sister Barb to make curls for Chopper. First, I have to make a wig cap with plastic wrap, stretchy fabric, and a few layers of glue. When all the layers are dry, I can paint it. We still have a lot of yarn from our Monster High customizing times, but none of it was a perfect match to the skin tone, so I picked this dark brown color. I brushed it and straightened it and then glue it to a piece of plastic foil. I want small curls, so I'm wrapping the yarn around the metal stick and heating it with a hair straightener. And I need a lot of the curls. When I have enough, I can start gluing them to the head. I want a lot of volume on the bottom, then a little bit less in the middle part of the cap, and more volume again on the top. This way I hope we can fit the hair in the hat and have a nice full hairstyle at the same time. When I reach the top, I can start gluing more curls again, and I want them to be a bit more straight near the hair, so we don't go full round afro style and have a more relaxed top of the head. I decided to brush it one more time, and the hairstyle is basically ready. It looks so cute.
Before we get back to our tiny doctor, I need to talk about my hair for a second, because I recently got it chopped. Get it? Chopper? Chopped? My hair and scalp need all the nourishment, which is why I keep using the Kitsch Rice Water Protein Shampoo and Conditioner Bars. My hair is curly and a little dramatic, and I style it a lot, so using a protein-based bar is great for strengthening my hair. The shampoo lathers really well, and the conditioner makes my ends feel soft instead of crunchy. The rice protein helps with strength and breakage, and aids growth, which I need after the chop. They're also plastic-free, vegan, and cruelty-free, and don't have the pss or phthalates, sulfates, parabens, or silicones, which my scalp appreciates. We keep ours in the little self-draining caddy so they don't turn into a sad soap blob, and they last way longer. Also, amazing for travel, no leaks, and no airport checks. If rice protein isn't your thing, they have other bar combos too. And if you're after hair care, I recommend my favorite Argan Milk Leave-In Conditioner. Try Kitsch using the link in the description to get 25% off, which will auto-apply at checkout. They ship to over 90 countries, and there's a subscription option if you end up loving them and want an even better deal. Now, back to our doctor. For a One Piece newbie like me, I only know the general vibe, and I feel like the vibe is summer, so let's make some pantalones.
Pantalones?
Pantalones. That means pants, right?
From Nigeria.
I hope so. As we've asserted last time, sometimes art needs a sacrifice, and this time I'm sacrificing some thrift store finds. I'm going to start with the pants, which will be from the pink fabric. I made the pockets quite a bit lower because that's what Alex drew on the concept art, but I didn't extend the pockets themselves, so they're actually just this deep. It's not that deep. This is the stage where I lost the pockets, and I'm convinced that I did cut them out, so what the heck? And just as I cut a new pair and finished it off, the first pockets magically reappeared. As we say, somebody hold me.
Bruh.
Found them. And now for a really quick transition from unsewn pieces to the same unsewn pieces, but the camera's crooked. I actually have to sew the pieces, and I'm usually jamming while I do. Alex had to come in and ruin my evenings. She reminded me that I need to make cargo pockets, and I hate cargo pockets. We will stop here, so that's like 10 centimeters, 2 centimeters each side, 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter, maybe 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter. 4 centimeter. After I landed on 4 centimeters, I drew everything roughly and then added all the necessary seam allowances. And with that, the construction of the cargo pockets began. Remember that when you're sewing your pockets, you are not a dummy.
and stitch the other pant leg to the first pant leg, like me.
After correcting my dummy silly mistake, I pinned the other pocket on the other pant leg, making sure that I attached them correctly this time and, not catching fabric that doesn't need to be sewn through. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. Musical episode 1. Next in order of operation is feeding the elastic through the channel at the bottom of the pant leg. I really like the long pull thing that I got because it's also great for stringing the dolls.
Pantalone.
Finishing the pants is as easy as your sewing level allows it. For me, it's pretty easy these days. I finished the back with Velcro, which really grew on me, and we can try the pants on.
I am pretty happy.
To complement the pantalones. To complement the pants, I'm gonna turn my t-shirt pattern into a sleeveless boxy tank. The shirt is very simple. It has one front, two back pieces, and a facing, which might sound intimidating, but it's actually going to give us a very nice finish along the neckline and armholes. I trim and grade the seam allowances, and it is time to pull the backs to the front through the shoulder, which on this scale is a little tight. But after pressing everything out nicely, I can connect the side seams, hem, and finish the back with some snaps.
These hands send, then these hands paint. I can finally paint the third of our sculpts, called Bunny. We already painted Kitty and Puppy, so I'm excited to paint this one to finish the set. I want to try making it more happy looking, but still keeping the sweet, innocent vibe of the sculpted features. I started from sanding and priming with MSC, and now I can start creating an eye shape. My style nowadays is pretty simple. When it comes to eyes, I remember doing more intricate designs in the past, but honestly, this style suits what I want now. I decided to emphasize that animal snoot by highlighting the nose and contouring it with pastels. Whenever there's an opportunity to make freckles, you can be sure I will use it. I want to make darker freckles on the nose and white freckles on the cheeks. Then I'm adding a light eyeliner because even boys can have some cute makeup. And I'm making those white spots more visible by tracing them with light beige acrylic paint. I painted the brows, but later I will extend them and add more hair so they look more like animal fur. I still want more pronounced nose contouring, so this time I did it with watercolor pencils and blended them with a Q-tip. Somewhere in the middle of the process, the ooh lip shape got lost, and I decided to revive it with acrylic paints this time, so it's not so easy to disappear again. And here I'm adding the bushy eyebrows because I thought Chopper needs a cute but determined face expression. And he also needs a few eyelashes. To soften the look, I also added a few brown lashes inside the black eye shape. I'm not sure if reindeers have wet noses, but I don't care. Our Chopper will have a wet nose. And to make that effect, I'm applying 2 layers of UV resin. And while I have resin station out, let's make the eyes. These are the first eyes I painted for BMO, but I changed them for a different sculpt and color, so I decided to repaint these ones to brown and black because in the anime he has them black and in the live action they are brown. 2 coats of UV resin later, they look like this. Super cute. And that's the face with the eyes. Oh, I love him so much already.
To delve deeper into the summer vibe, I'm going to make some sandals.
Sandalones.
My mannequin doll has an older version of the feet, so I borrowed Bimu's feet to make the shoes. I traced around the foot to make a pattern for the sole and cut it out from leather. And before you come at me for using real leather, these were scraps that would end up in the landfill, and I bought them quite a few years ago, and throwing them out now wouldn't change anything, so might as well use them. I stacked another piece on the heel to make the base a little more interesting and shaved it down. Then I glued it to a darker leather strap. What I like about this hobby is that I can relieve my frustrations with a hammer, quite often. A little trim and we can move on to sanding, which is going to make the heel a little more uniform. Toko, puro. No inappropriate comments about this, okay? When I was in Japan, I bought this burnishing gum, which you apply to the unfinished leather, and using the wooden tool, you burnish the leather and it becomes shiny, and I think it also locks in the fibers. You can really see it in the before and after. Next, I taped over the foot and the sole and drew where I want the straps to land. I then transferred the pattern to paper and to some faux leather this time. I sewed on these tiny buckles and put all of the pieces together by gluing the upper strap parts to the sole. I trimmed the excess straps and the sandals are finished, and may I say, super cute. I know Chopper has a backpack, but I feel like a sling bag would work a little better. So I'm gonna do that because I can. I make the rules. The last article of clothing, accessory, that I'm going to make is a bag, which will be matching with the shoes. I made a pattern in Illustrator and transferred it to my leather, and I began stitching it together, but I dislike this. I decided to go the fake out route and make myself a base out of paper first. Shit. I then took the same pattern but separated the sides from the main body and glued them onto the same faux leather I used for the shoes. I made sure to leave a bit of seam allowance so that I could fold the edges over the paper and have a nice clean finish. I tried to make it as flat as possible, so I trimmed the corners and hammered everything down.
Jak myślisz, jakie rogi? A może tamte... Udałoby mi się jakoś zesmufować i... zdecymować? Myślisz?
Nie myślę. I stitched around the edge of the pieces with mixed results and glued the panels onto the paper base. Whoa, nope. Ah, stop, no. This was just a matter of aligning everything and making sure there are no gaps. There was supposed to be a little bit extra here and I forgot about it. So, there, I fixed it. So exciting. Riveting. I hope that you understood my little wordplay because what I'm doing right now is setting in rivets. So please give me haha in the comments. I secured a strap to the back with the rivets and made some smaller straps for the front. As riveting as it may be, let's breeze through it. On the back side, the strap is adjustable because Alex always complains about something and I wanted to minimize the risk of that happening to me. Again. Let me in. I'm about to lose my marbles. With everything set in place, I figured the inside looked kinda ugly, so to cover that up, I made a little lining under which I hid a flat magnet which acts as the real closure of the bag.
Barb made some accessories, but I think we can add some accessories to the accessories. Barb 3D printed Chopper's hat and the antlers, and the hat needs a big white cross to signal that he's a doctor. There's a few parts of this design that don't really have the colors I wanted, so let's grab some acrylic paints and brushes and adjust them. And while I'm doing this, let's thank our top Lost Sister tier supporters, Stephanie Deer, Adia Bear, Barb from the Future, and Red X. Shout out to our cousins, Remy, Hilary Solomon, Asha Hasuna, Zari, Reese's Cup, Willa Vanilla, Hope Zed, North Soul, Lauren, Silva Cushion, Angel Silver Rose, Vibrant Sprite, Malachite, Alienite, Whimsy, Whitetails, Hannah, Kito Kato, Krista Hopper, Doll Dragon, Leon Drostings, DM Bakayero Onna Smith, Melissa Novoa, Rinth, Fan of TA, Ashley, Mikey Lemon, Andrea Selector Kane, Brielty, Stephanie, Karaho, Jane Beck, Caribou, Ninja Star Dazino, Dream Up, and last but not least, Catherine Nudden. And let's not forget our Enchanter Supreme level channel member, Valen. Thanks, guys! in my humble opinion, there's still not enough accessories, so I requested Barb to make an arm pocket, mainly because the arms have some 3D printing lines that I couldn't get rid of while sanding, but also because I think it's cool to have a lot of pockets when you're a pirate doctor or a doctor pirate. She also made an adjustment for a belt so that he can carry a few bottles with mysterious potions and his rumble balls. I thought it would be kind of funny if we made medical bottles from a real plastic syringe, so that's exactly what I did using UV gel and UV resin. I filled one with golden beads and two with UV resin imitating a pink potion. Is it the potion of love? I decorated each of them with a bead on top to resemble a cork or a cap. I added the last few details like little sakura flowers and the antlers, and he is ready.
This is how Tawny Chopper turned out. I'm really happy that we decided to customize all three of our sculpts because we actually wanted to take a little bit of a break from doing another BJD content since you guys seem to not enjoy it as much as our other dolls. But the puppy sculpt is just so cute. that we couldn't resist. Just like last time, I'm promising to put the patterns up on the website, and I will do it this time. And if you still haven't ordered your Logan Dolls X Enchanterium BJD, you still can by filling out the form in the description. Also, if you did fill out the form and ignored the invoice, please sort it out or you will be cancelled. I mean, your order will be cancelled.
One Piece is one of my favorite animes, and I really like all the characters, but my favorites are Zoro, Robin, and of course, Tony Chopper. Who's your favorite character from One Piece, and who do you think we should make next? If this video will have a lot of views, I will make sure to convince Barb to make a whole series out of it.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram for some sneak peeks and subscribe for future videos. Visit Patreon for behind-the-scenes content. Have an enchanted day, and we will see you next time. Bye! Nie dawaj tego, błagam, nie dawaj tego. Nie to żartuję, możesz dać.